Hey guys, here are 6 random books that I would highly recommend that has changed my outlook on life and my entire perspective on how I see things. At number 6, I would highly recommend reading Astrophysics for People in a Hurry by Neil deGrasse Tyson. Have you ever looked out at night and looked up at the sky and you see those little points in the sky we call stars? Have you ever wondered what they really are, what they are made of, and how far they are? Well, Neil deGrasse Tyson is your guy on answering these kinds of questions. And before I continue, I would like to say that this list was notoriously difficult to write because there are a lot of great books out there. That is not a lie. Just for context, I'm a 23-year-old Kenyan budding philosopher. I'm not like well read. At number 5, I have decided to put Richard Dawkins' Magic of Reality there, and basically most of his books would fit in this category, and I highly recommend other books of him like The Selfish Gene and The Greatest Show on Earth. All those books, they are great. And just to give you a gist of what the book is about, do you recall that one half-cooked evolution theory we were taught in schools, especially here in Kenya? Well, picture the information we were given about the evolution theory as someone coming and telling you that E is equals to mc squared and not telling you how they came to that conclusion. Richard takes you on a journey on how we evolved as a species and also touches about how other species evolved, stuff like that. Basically, the evolution of humankind. Richard is the kind of author that leaves you with an unquenchable thirst for understanding the fabrics of reality. At number 4, I have decided to put Devil on the Cross by the late Goge Wadhiambo. In this book, Goge narrates the story of this woman, Warenga, who is fed up by capitalism and the rotten nature of the Nairobi culture. And before all of this, she had conceived a child with an old white man. Huyo sasa tutamuita mbabas ama mgukas. I don't know. He moves on forward to explore post-colonial politics in Kenya and overall in Africa. Yes, very interesting. Talk about peak of storytelling. The way he interweaves the story is very fascinating and mind-blowing. Mix this book and his other works like Decolonizing the Mind as the cherry on the top and Thank Me Later. Have you ever heard of the argument that you don't have to be religious to be spiritual? My number 3 recommendation is all about spirituality. It's called The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. Yes, religion and spirituality are two different things, and this book is enough to convince you why that is the case. If that one is not enough, you can add in the bracket of spirituality, you can add Waking Up by Sam Harris. It's a fascinating read. After reading those two, you are guaranteed that you can successfully raise a point in a spirituality conference. At number 2, I have decided to put Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari. This should not come as a surprise. I have put this book for personal reasons because it is the book that led to my academic awakening back in 2022. The title speaks for itself, but I would add that it is a condensed 100,000 years history of the human species. It's a very fascinating read. Before I give out my number 1, I would like, if there is any injustice you feel done by this list, you can just give out your recommendations in the comment section below. At number 1, I have decided to go in the philosophy field, the field that I'm highly interested in. Did you choose to watch this video to the end? Did you choose to hold your phone in your right hand or in your left hand while watching this video? Did you choose to drink, whenever that was, a glass of water instead of milk at that particular time that you did lastly? Are you choosing right now to still listen to this video instead of swiping up to the next video? Well, it turns out that don't have a choice in all of those things that I have just mentioned. And Sam Harris is here to tell you why that is the case in his book Free Will. This is a book, in my opinion, that if humanity were to follow it to the letter, would change our entire systems. It would change like almost everything, the foundations of our thinking. I was once having a debate with a friend of mine about how the world ought to be in an objective manner, and I applied the lens borrowed from the arguments that Harris makes in this book. When I finished talking, my friend said that I was merely painting a utopian world. Have a happy reading. Cheers.